Hey, there's your Wisconsin wine guy back with another wine review. 2023, folks. Wow, this is going to be an exciting year. I'm totally looking forward to showcasing some different wines, unique wines, unusual wines, or even wines that are hard to find. Something old, something new. We're going to do it all this year. I'm pulling out all the stops. All right, so for those who are new, these are wines that you can find wherever you shop for wine, liquor store, grocery store, wine shop. These wines are on the shelves. Sometimes they're hidden back behind some wines, or maybe in like a clearance or a clear out or close out shelf, but there's some good wines there, some bad wines there. And I try to give these wines a taste, to give you my personal opinion, what I think about these wines, utilizing the infamous thumb rating system. Thumbs up says I recommend that wine. It's a pretty solid wine. Can't go wrong with it. 3/4 says, you know what? I rock this wine. I had it at a party. I want to share it with you and share it with my friends. Halfway, there was something about that wine that just didn't work for me, and I'm going to tell you what that is. Doesn't make it a bad wine. It just didn't work for me. Remember, let your palate be the guide. Thumbs down. Well, we know that one. Get the wine out of here. So, you already see the label. This is going to be very interesting. Back in the day when I had a wine shop, I used to sell the Blass wines, and I sold the yellow label and sometimes the red label. So Blass out of Australia, with vineyards around Australia, one of the oldest wineries or winemaking business in Australia, do a lot of good wines. And this is no exception. I hope we're going to find out. Again, a nice cross-section of range of wines. Go to their website, wolfblass.com. You can look at that rather than me go through all the details, because we're here to taste this wine. So I would say back in 2000 and... what year is this? This is vintage 2016. So back in 2017, I want to say, there was a release that Blass did, this line called Blass. All the bottles were just nice, dark, and sleek. So they did the Chardonnay, the Cabernet, and a red blend. They're called Blass Reserve Release line of wines. So something unique that he wanted to do to showcase, a different style or different structure of wines, with the resurgence of Australian wines. But it's funny how, you don't hear much about Australian wines. But Australia still has some really good wines. Other than the maybe a Chardonnay or something like that. But some really good wines in Australia. Those who drink Australian wines from the old school or from the past, Shiraz, baby. Shiraz is the grape coming out of Australia. But do a lot, with red wines and white wines and such. So this Blass, that they created, part of that 3 wine set, was one of the wines that came off then. And it retailed at that time about $15.99. $15.99 to $16.99. Well, I found this hidden on the shelf with the other Shirazes, for $5.99. All right. So I'm like, oh wow. Blass. I was a fan of Blass, so I'm like, I know this is going to be good if it's Blass, but we're about to find out. $5.99. I guess the launch of that line didn't take off as well, because I can't find any more reference of this wine really online. So let's give it a taste. Every now and then, as I said, I like to find some unique wines, or wines that, you really can't find anymore. It is a screw cap, and Australians, woo, baby, let me tell you this before I get to that. Those berries coming out of this bottle, oh my gosh, all right, 2016, I said, woo, that smells good, man. But those Australians, man, they come out with using those screw caps, and they weren't snooty about wine, like most areas. Let's not use the screw cap. The wine has to breathe. The wine has to do this. They're like, you know what? If the juice went in the bottle good, you have nothing to worry about, right? So I couldn't find a lot of information, even on the website, about the wine, what is the composition of grapes. But if I had to take a guess, I'm going to say, some Shiraz is in here and some Grenache. All right? Got to be a part of this. There may be a little bit of Cabernet, but definitely going to be some Shiraz, a little bit of Grenache in this one here. All right, so looking at this wine, this is 2016. We're at 2023. Oh, my God. Woo! So, what, 7, 8 years? So, let's see here. It has a nice purplish hue to it. It goes from like a ruby down to purple. That has some nice color. Can you see that color? Some really nice color to it. Ooh, and the nose, again. Australia. Bold, berry fruit. We're coming out of alcohol. at 13.5%. Okay, so they took it to a whole different level, a whole different style here. I want to get more elegant with the wine. We're going to see how it's going to play out. Reserve release, definitely dark berry fruit. With a little bit of spice, cedar spice there. Ooh, brambly. Ooh, it almost gets a little bit of man, what is that? I don't want to say vanilla, but it's more like cedar, caramel. But that fruit's coming through. And the more it opens up, the more it aerates in my glass, the more flavors or the aromas are coming through. Oh my. Wow, this is going to be nice. So the nose is nice. It held up well. I only found one bottle. I wish I'd have found more because I would have sat on that thing even longer. All right, so here we go. All right, so that's my rinse. The acidity is lovely. Lovely acidity. Wow, nice acidity here on this wine. Making my mouth water. I'm not even paying attention to the finish or anything like that. I just want to pay attention to the acidity. Tannins, are like medium tannins, Finish is nice. I mean, I can definitely still taste that fruit. Wow. And the fruit, for me, finishes more plummy. Okay? Plummy, but then those berries, blackberries, blueberries. I mean, they're just playing around on my palate. So now, for the taste, two-step process. Remember, here's the taste. We just set it the whole stage. Here we go. I totally could have sat on this wine some more. Love the tannic structure. This is going to be phenomenal with food. I mean, almost like a different direction when you talk about wines from Australia. It's not like dense, juicy, but it has a nice suppleness to it. Very pleasant. Tannins, again, I said, is medium. That fruit finish, that cedar spice, really nice. I'm digging that. Man, I wish I could find another bottle. All right, here we go. Last taste. So I can see this doing very well with food. 13.5 sweet spot on alcohol. Not over the top bold. Not jammy, crazy jammy, but dry. If you want a dry and it tastes fruit, this is it. I think this is going to be a fantastic food wine. I mean, very enjoyable. If you can find this, I recommend you give it a try. That's going to get a thumbs up for me. And again, I said I wish there were more bottles of this. You probably can find these just sparse throughout different stores. They're a very good wine. Blass 2016, called Reserve Release Red Wine Blend from Wolf Blass and Company. Delicious wine. There you have it. Thumbs up. I'm digging it. I got to see if I can create some food to have with this. So Wisconsin Wine Guy is going to say to you as always, let your palate be the guide when selecting your wine. And I'm going to see you next time. Ciao!